John had always prided himself on his reliability and integrity. As the owner of a small convenience store, he worked long hours to make ends meet and ensure that his customers were always taken care of. But today, as he counted the register drawer, a sinking feeling consumed him. Something was amiss. He meticulously counted the cash, over and over again, but the numbers didn't add up. There was a gaping hole in his accounts, a shortfall of $2,500. Panic set in, as he realized the dire consequences this could have for his struggling business. How could he explain this to his family? What if he lost everything? Days passed, and John's worry grew with each passing hour. He could barely sleep, haunted by the looming threat of financial ruin. And then, in the midst of his despair, an unexpected letter arrived at the store. There was no return address, only a few hastily scribbled lines. The writer claimed to have taken the money by mistake, and begged for forgiveness from a desperate single mother trying to provide for her children. John was dumbfounded. How could someone mistakenly steal such a large sum? And more importantly, how did they know about his predicament? Doubts plagued him, and he wondered if this was some cruel joke. But something inside him told him to investigate further. To exercise compassion in the face of uncertainty. The letter provided a meeting place, a rundown apartment on the outskirts of town. With a mixture of apprehension and curiosity, John found himself standing outside the door, his heart pounding. He knocked lightly, and it swung open to reveal a worn-out but grateful woman, Maria, with 2 young children clinging to her side. Their eyes met, and she immediately began to apologize. "I'm so sorry," Maria pleaded. "I never meant to take your money. It was a terrible mistake." John was taken aback by the sincerity and desperation in her voice. He hesitated for a moment, then stepped inside the small apartment, the aroma of poverty and struggle hanging heavily in the air. As he listened to Maria's story, his heart softened and his suspicions began to fade away. She explained how dire her situation had been, how she needed the money for her daughter's surgery, medical bills and food on the table. She had never imagined the amount she had mistakenly taken. Tears streamed down John's face as he realized the gravity of Maria's situation, and how his initial instinct had been to suspect her of theft. With a newfound determination, John decided to become an unlikely guardian angel for Maria and her family. He used his connections to arrange necessary medical care for her daughter, and he made sure they never went hungry. John's perspective shifted as he witnessed their gratitude and the love between Maria and her children. Months passed, and John's store flourished. Customers flocked in, knowing they were supporting a business that not only catered to their needs but also gave back to the community. Through his dedication and hard work, John managed to recoup his losses and, against all odds, his financial situation began to improve. The day came when Maria, her daughter now healthy, walked into the store with tears of joy streaming down her face. She revealed the full extent of the anonymous letter, how her friends, touched by John's kindness, had pooled their resources to repay his stolen money in secret. Overwhelmed with gratitude, John realized that Maria, her friends, and the community had become his guardian angels. They had restored his faith in humanity and taught him that compassion and understanding can create ripples of change, even in the darkest of times. As time went on, John and Maria formed a deep bond. They became a symbol of resilience, and how human connections, forged through hardship and understanding, could lead to miracles. And in the end, it was John who was forever grateful for the unexpected twist life had thrown his way.